Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Dark Hour Paranormal. Um, Tonight's show, due to circumstances out of our control, has been rescheduled, and Long Island Bigfoot will be back. But I wanted to come on very quickly as we were quite close to showtime and let you know exactly what was going on instead of just changing the time and moving it forward, having people show up and go, "What the hell? Okay, I was ready. Nope, okay." It's more of a disappointment I've found when that action's taken instead of some sort of explanation as to why we're not doing what we had planned this evening. Now, that being said, I also wanted to take a moment to just tell you guys where the channel's going in direction wise at large. So, for those of you who do not know, I have recently picked up a day job, and of course, this is to supplement and keep things rolling on a survival tip. And although this is certainly a creative endeavor, and we are, earning something from it, obviously we still need to supplement. So, with that being said, my normal show time used to be 8 o'clock. Of course, Goof On goes on at 9:05 these days, so I have augmented it occasionally to 7, 7:30, maybe do an 8 o'clock show, go halfway through, cut out the last half hour, whatever the case may be. But because the day job that I work usually requires me to work a good 12 hours at a time, I have moved the slots in most cases to 11 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. So, more often than not, you will see us going live at that time rather than earlier, and this is the reason why. I'm actually very excited to be able to do this because it might give me something in the way of solidity when it comes to scheduling. So, I hope this works for all of you out there. I'm, of course, happy that, this is the internet and we're not, scheduled on television within one particular region. So we do have a little flexibility, and I do apologize for those who this might be a little bit late, but hey, listen, at least we're not spaced out radio. We're not coast to coast. You guys will be up all night. And of course, there are many other shows that air much later, which, I've been up for many, many times, and I've seen many of you guys there. I'm just going to shout out a couple guys I see here in the chat. Derek Atkins, good to see you, my friend. Montauk is Strange. Hey, brother. Always good to see you. Original Seed, welcome to the non-existent show. Area 503, what's up, brother? Fantastic work, by the way, lately, Area 503. I really enjoyed the premiere that you put out with your music and the dancing alien. Obviously, my attraction was more to the music, although the visuals are spectacular in this 2-hour premiere that Area 503 has released recently. I think it was this week, actually, past. So go ahead and check him out, Area 503. It's the latest thing that I think that he's dropped, and it's fantastic, very well done. There was a nice discussion with First Flow Audio prior to the show, and this guy is also very talented musically, and we did get to hear a little bit of his work while he was chatting with Manny throughout that preliminary premiere. So, yeah, guys, I just, again, I wanted to thank you. Cashew Gesundheit, how are you? I need to give you my phone number just in case I fall asleep one of these days when I get home sitting in the armchair waiting a half hour to go on the show. You can give me a ring if I don't show up. Yeah, it's something I've let me put it this way. I fell asleep for about 7 minutes after I sat down in this chair when I got home just after 10 o'clock, about quarter after. And it scared the hell out of me because, we were so close to showtime. I said, no, I got to have some backup. So a couple of my moderators, I will be contacting you and sending you some more private ways of getting in touch with me just in case something like that occurs. Truth Seeker, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. Again, for those of you who are just tuning in right now, we are rescheduling Long Island Bigfoot, again, with circumstances that are out of our control, and this is okay. We'll just reschedule, and he'll be back, and we'll have a fantastic time. I'll stick around for another moment or two. If you guys have any questions about where we're headed, what's coming next, what you'd like to see on the channel, let me know. Put it in caps, and I will do my best to just get to you right here. I don't have anything else going on, so I have no excuse not to get to you at this point. I'm certainly going to be focusing more back onto the interviews as the weather gets a bit colder. It's not that I'm shy about going out. It's the fact that some of these locations, they're difficult enough to get to, but when you throw in snow and ice on this mountainous terrain and some of these backwoods, it becomes a little bit more perilous to get out there. Not to say that I won't do it, but I don't think it'll be as frequent as it was in the earlier months here when it was much warmer and easier to get out to some of these places. I do have a premiere that I'm working on for this week. Couple handful of places that I've been around Massachusetts once again. These have been a little bit more accessible in way of filming, which was nice because many times you come up to certain challenges when you go out into the field. So I hope you guys enjoy that when I get that together. Hopefully it'll be up by Thursday. I'd like to say Friday, certainly at the latest. But in the meantime, and I think I'm going to release this tomorrow after some consideration, there was a panel meeting with Third Phase of Moon, Goofon, myself, Dr. J Radio Live, Michael Schratt, Apollo Asteria, and am I forgetting somebody? Oh, God, I'm probably forgetting somebody. And I apologize because I am literally on that edge looking into the abyss of absolute exhaustion here. So I'm happy that the sentences are forming the way that I am at least visualizing them. But listen, at any rate, I appreciate all of your guys' support. I see what you're saying here in the chat, and I really, really appreciate your support. You guys are fantastic. Actually, the best that I could have ever asked for, even in visualizing where I wanted to be a year from now past. I couldn't have imagined that I would have some of the connections and the friendships that I do with you guys. And of course, all of you who come and interact within the show, in the chat, there are no words for my gratitude. All right, guys, I'm going to let you go. I will probably take this video down by tomorrow. And like I said, once again, I will reschedule with Long Island Bigfoot. But in the meantime, guys, stay curious, ask questions, and help me come up with a better outro. It'll happen one of these days. I started writing something down, but then I lost a piece of paper. So, it's sort of counterproductive when you lose the thing that you're working on. So I'll find it in 3 years. It's probably in my trunk somewhere in the car. Anyway, guys, I'm going to let you go. Eric, it's good to see you. It's good to see you, brother. Thanks for coming in. Once again, we are rescheduling the show, and so I'd like you to keep your eyes out for that. But in the meantime, you will see something come up tomorrow. Oh, God, I didn't even finish my thought on this. So we had this panel, and it was a very grand meeting. We were together for quite some time, and what you're seeing on some of the shows are specific people asking the panel a question. For example, Rich had shown his, and essentially he asked us all one question, and we went around the table and we answered, and it was just a fantastic time to sit and converge with these minds. We obviously have been together physically, which I can't tell you guys how interesting some of those conversations I had with these companies were. I mean, there was a point where I'd say there was maybe 13 or 14 of us out there at one of the houses when we were in Santa Monica, and there were groups of 2 and 3 people just having these incredibly in-depth conversations wherein you would get into one and everything else around you would just eclipse, and you were digging to the deepest part of your philosophic self that you could possibly pull out, and you had other people chiming in, challenging that in such an intellectual way. Absolutely fantastic, and you will see a reflection of that in the presentation we have put together in the many segmented forms that we will. So what I'm trying to say here, or at least get to the point, tomorrow night I will release my segment from that, and I hope you guys enjoy that. So again, it was a fantastic time. So all right, guys, thank you very much. Have a fantastic rest of your night, and we'll see you next time. Ciao.